Hello and welcome to my channel, Julie with Bookshelf by Julie. Today I'm working on the House of Roses Stamperia paper pack little mini albums. Working on, getting some things moving along in this little album. So I've got another page layout that's a little bit similar to some of the ones I've done before. Let me get these out of the way for a moment. And this one's a little different, but I mean, it's not that complicated, so yeah, let's just put this down and you'll see what I'm talking about. This one is that side piece there that's matted on with the pocket that more or less stretches the length of the page, but it is gusseted, so I did, there was plenty of stuff to use. There's so much in this little paper pack till you got to use as much of it as you can, Anyway, so I'm going to put that one to the side. That one's a little bit different, and we'll do this one, okay? Excuse my reach. We've got to get, oh, I remember. I was prepping this to get ready for the video, putting the tape on there and such, and my tape went down before I wanted it to. So I had to sort of do a patch job. This isn't me running out of tape. I do this when I run out of tape too, but that piece there went down before I wanted it to, and it would not let go. And with a paper pad like this, you don't have the option of just reprinting it and starting over. You kind of have to use what you have, At least that's the way I think of it. So I'm going to put this piece down with my mucked up, taping job, but it works, it does. Okay, it's gonna go, my rounded corners are going to this side. If I can remember that, I'll be doing good. I didn't need enough to do the whole page, which is good because I needed, I didn't have the whole page size because I'd used it. Once you use something, again, you can't just reprint and do it over. You have to kind of, work from where you are. Okay, there we are. Now that's on there. It creates a little bit more of a challenge when you have I like to have that little bit where I can kind of move it around, and you can't do that when you muck it up like that. Okay, so let us move on. Quit griping at myself about myself. Oh, I was griping at myself about myself this morning. I was tidying up the kitchen, you know how you do. Because, I don't want to fill the dishwasher until I get a good load, right? Because, why? And so, anyways, I was trying to clean up the sink after my filling the dishwasher, right? Well, as most of you know, I'm in a wheelchair. That gets complicated. Life in a wheelchair. Okay, so I was scrubbing the sink out, getting all the yuckies and stuff like that out, and then I got the sprayer, so I could rinse it out and not leave any yuckies. So it wasn't that bad. I'm just being silly, but look, that sprayer and I have a love-hate relationship, okay? I love it that it's there and I can use it, but when you're reaching over to get something that sprays water, and you're in a wheelchair, it gives you a different angle, right? And you usually end up spraying yourself. Sorry. That's just the only way I can put that. I have sprayed myself in the face before. It's just, you're right there at the right level. I don't know. I complain about things sometimes. So you guys have to put up with me. But yeah, I sprayed water. It wasn't in my face today. So it was all up my arm. And got my shirt a little wet, but yeah, it happens. Okay, now we've got that, and we've got a nice pocket in there that I don't want to put too much pressure on yet. Let that glue grab, right? Now that's pretty. That's a really pretty page layout. Now this is the back of the, okay, so this is the front cover, this is the front inside. This piece doesn't have to sort of flow or go together or anything like that because I'm going to have my signature in here. This piece needed to be a little bit matchy-matchy. In my mind it did. So, yep. All right, now you might say, well, what have you got that up there for? Well, it's going the wrong way, but yeah. It's one of those things where it's going to go here, right? Because I'm making that a pocket, but I don't want to... I want to put this here so that the little journal card or tag or whatever can go in there and not get stuck to the tape. Does that make sense? It made sense to me when I was trying to figure it out. This piece in the paper pack had this like lattice or trellis or whatever on it. So I thought, well, why don't I just follow that line and make, you know, a little tuck pocket in there? I mean, it's not going to hold a lot, but it'll hold one of these little teeny journal cards that came with the... Where did that go? There was something over there. Okay. It'll hold one of those. So, anyways, you're going to watch me mess up and figure this out as I go, but hopefully it'll help you see what to do and what not to do on this, okay? So I'm going to take that one off because it's upside down anyway, so come along. It was just to remind me that's what I was doing, right? So I'm going to take this and stick it on there, and then I'm going to take enough off to do the next one and stick it on there, and then I'm going to try to keep as much of this over here as I can so that I can still place it down and not have a mess, if that makes sense. Okay, let's just do it and you'll see what I'm talking about. Sometimes when you have ideas, they go a little wonky when you try to execute them. It just is what it is. I hated covering up this paper, but it is what it is too. I'm using the other side, so there you go. Alright, so I've got the hole here. And I'm going to use this. I did my due diligence and I put it down there and I drew it and stuff like that so I'd have the right size. So it's going to go like so. So I'm going to put glue on this side so that maybe I'll have a little bit of maneuverability room when I hear some kind of weird little squeaky noise. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but I don't know what it is. Anyways, I'll figure it out later. Okay, so I want to stick this here, right along that edge, if that makes sense. So, hopefully this is going to turn out the way I wanted it to. What in the world is making that squeaky? If I have a mouse, you'll hear me scream. Sorry. I don't know what that was. It's weird. Okay, I'm going to move this over here. Keep an eyeball over there. Okay, so I need to take this off. Oh, me and my weirdness. Yeah, it's been an interesting morning. I'm just going to fold that right there because that's all I need it to be. Because this is going to go here like so. I may need to pull that out a little bit. Okay. I know there's a simpler way of doing this. I'm going to blame it on COVID bebogglement again because I'm still dealing with that. One thing after another, after another, after another, after, you know, another. So, there you go. Yep. Okay, let's get this on here, hopefully, in the right place so that I can stick my card in there and it not stick. Now, if you're not using double stick tape, you won't have this problem. But I am. I do, so there you go. Okay. Now, I think what I'm going to do, let's see, this is the top. Okay, I'm going to pull these all the way off, and then I'm going to take this one off too. going to take that one off. And then I'm going to take this one and fold it back. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, I'm probably just being weird, but it is what it is. I want it to go on there just so and not have, you know, problems and work, right? So I know that I don't want glue on here because that's my not glue place, okay? So I'm going to put glue, let's see, yep, here, like so. I want that glued down, and here. I'm just doing one side so that I can kind of maneuver it on the other side. Yep. Sorry, you're getting all my whole will this work process, you know. And maybe it will, maybe it won't, I don't know. If it doesn't, I can always cover it over with something else. You always have options. When you're doing paper crafting, you think, I want it to do this, but well, then just do that. And if it doesn't work, am I on the right thing? Am I the right way up? Yes. No. Oh my word. It's been one of those mornings, from spraying yourself at the sink to beans boiling over and, you know, stuff like that. Okay, I want it to be right like so. Hopefully, cross your fingers, guys. I hope it works. Okay. Well, I hope it works. Okay, let's get this done. Okay. That glue can really save a project when you're using double stick tape. I love the double stick tape, but I do like my security in that you want that glue on there so you can have a little extra room to, you know, to move around and not have too much grief. Now, there are times when you're going to have to just, I don't know, trash it, you know, chunk it, get rid of it, start over. But most of the time, I'm saying most of the time you can fix it. And sometimes the fix is to just cover it over with something else. I've done that. I have. When things didn't go exactly the way I wanted them to, and I thought, oh, you know, and I gripe at myself and growl and, you know, things like that. And that's okay. We do, you know. And then I just cover it over with another piece. It works. Now let me see if it worked. If not, then, you know, we're gonna do something else. Come on now. Yep, it did. Uh-oh, I'm gonna have to glue this piece here, but that's okay. Now let's see if this one did. Yes, it did. I've got that little pocket right there, just enough, just enough. I need to glue this. For some reason that didn't take. Well, it didn't when I put my, yeah, there. Excuse me, COVID. Okay, now I'm gonna just do this, put it on this time. Make sure I'm getting a good enough plenty on there. So I just need a little tuck spot, you know, not a lot. Those little tag journal card thingies are not that big. So yeah, I just want it to, you know, have a little tuck. That's okay. I saw that lattice, trellis, whatever that stuff is, and I thought, oh, that would make the perfect little pocket. And then I thought, am I complicating my life when I don't have to? And I answered myself, yes, you are. So there you go. So I've got that one and that one. All right, I'm going to give it a try. We've got this little card here. Now see there, sits right in there. And this little card here. I may need to trim this up just a teensy little bit, right on the, or I might ink it. I haven't really inked much of anything in this mini, but I might ink it. It's a thing, right? It'll cover up those little edges. It's just a little bit where you transition from file folder to paper. Let me see if it'll work. We'll give it a go, right? Maybe. Maybe. This way or that way or the other way. I may trim it. I don't know. I mean, you got options to do things, right? Yeah, we've got a little bit. It looks a little bit better. I don't know if you guys can see it on there, but it looks a little bit better. I may take some tiny scissors and just trim just a little bit of it. I don't know. But anyways, there you go. We've got a little pocket here and a little pocket, if I can pick up the other one, right there. That's really cute. And you could put a contrasting one in there so you can really see it. They all match really well, the colors and stuff. So that's pretty good. Now, that's one thing I wanted to do. Okay, where are we? We're good. All right. Now, I told you I was going to make these I have backed with the file folder. So it has a sort of a frame around it, but you've got a little bit more sturdiness. I mean, the paper was just a little bit too thin for me. So what I'm doing on these are just making paper clips. They're not hidden, you know, because you can see the paper clip is there. And putting a little lace around there. So what I did was I cut out the circles. And then I took some of the scrap that was just the right size or whatever to do that with. And I'm going to leave the big side out because that's easier to paper clip onto things, right? Not putting it on that side, putting it on this side. And then you just simply glue it on there. It's a one-step process, really. You're going to put, this is the smaller side of the paper clip, so I'm just going to glue it on here. Use whatever glue you want. I've seen people use glue stick. Look, I would not recommend it, but I've seen people use glue stick to do this, and I mean, it's a lot of it is just paper to paper. I mean, really, it is. So that will work. But let me see where. Oh, we're gonna put it right there. If it's directional, kind of look for what direction you want to do, and then just stick it down there. Okay, so on this, I wasn't too worried about if it was a square and a circle, right? Because I'm going to do this number. Excuse my reach again. So I'm going to do this number and just kind of trim that off. Yep. And that takes care of that. And it matches. You don't see it on the front. And you have your paper clip, and it will clip onto whatever you want it to clip onto. It's a big one. They're big circles, so there you go. You can clip them onto there. You can clip them onto wherever. When I open these up, you can clip them onto one side or the other of that. You can just paper clip them onto however you want to do it. Sideways, top ways, whatever way. It's just a pretty little embellishment to put on there, right? Okay, so same with these. I mean, they just got the lace on them already. I will put the lace on off camera because we're getting a little bit, you know. Anyways, yep. So yeah, they'll just fit right on there, she says. Yep. And you can go sideways. Sometimes it's a little directional. I think this one's more directional than the other two because it has some words on it and some Roman numerals. So, but even at that, you can go sideways or topways. It doesn't matter. So there you go. I made my little these, and I'll put lace on that one after. And we've got our little journal card tag thingies. Of course, you can poke a hole up here and tie something pretty in. You don't have to use a grommet or anything like that to do it. Just, it's very lightweight cardstock. I think it'll be fine as long as you're not, you know, trying to rip it and stuff like that. It'll be fine. So there you go. I'm going to put this back on here so that I don't lose any of them. And that is our little craft along video today. This is a really pretty, this is going to be next or in a couple of videos. I've got the other one Then I'm working on, I've got a page in this one. Excuse me. This one is prepped but not quite ready. I'm using this as it's going to be a pocket, like so. But see, this is going to be, I'll show you in the craft along. Anyways, I'm using this side, and you have a little bit of this poking out because, yep, that's a really big image. So that's going to be a next video or two. And I've got, let's see, I've got a lot more to do in this one too. So I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. So we've got this. We've got these little paper clips. There's 3 of them. I don't know why they didn't do just 2 or 4. Or, I don't know. They're just not, they don't think the way I do. So that's why. I kind of like even numbers, I guess. I don't know. My own kind of weird. There you go. But yeah, so I'll have 2 in one and 1 in the other one, I suppose. Okay. Or maybe I'll put 1 in each and put the other one in my stash for a Happy Mail or a something. I don't know. Okay. So that's what we're doing today. We did this layout here where you've got the little pockets. Oh, you know what will fix that? Aha! Why didn't I think of that before? That little bitty edge there is going to be covered up by dun 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 lace. That is exactly what I'm going to do with that. Oh my word, why didn't I think it? COVID bebogglement, okay? That's all it is. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to put lace right there. Perfect. Isn't that what I say? If you go a little bit off or gets a little skewed or something, you have that little edge right there. It's okay. It's what they make lace for. Okay? I'm getting a whole new shipment of lace in today. Woohoo! That's exciting. Okay. You guys have fun. I'm definitely having fun. Even through the COVID bebogglement, it's not going to take my fun away. So you guys have fun and craft along with me and get it's House of Roses. And these envelopes are what did I say they were? I'm going to start putting a link down below it's 6 1/4 by 4 1/2 on the envelopes. I'll put a link. I mean, you don't have to get them where I got them. I'm just going to put a link in that way you can see. I have them on auto subscribe. They just send them out to me because, yep, these and the medium sized ones and the large ones, I need them. I use them a lot. Okay, I'm rambling now, but I'll put a link to them down in the description box below, and that way you can see what I'm doing and what I'm using. Okay, quit rambling. You guys take care. Have fun. Please like and subscribe, pretty please. Thanks for watching. TTFN.